honestly, we can kind of just be bullshit for a little bit as people show up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the notifications that we're live, so that does mean that we are going. Um, let's just see how we can do it. And now, a lot of the questions are obviously going to be for how things went today for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Which I
Um,
vaguely remember.
and don't worry about it. You can answer what you can. I vaguely remember specifics on most of the night. I remember all the big occurrences. You know what I mean? It looks like we
Wait,
do have two people on already. So,
on which night you said? You remember what?
oh, any night that I work, I know the big things.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I think it looks like we have two people watching already, so that's kind of cool. Say hi if you're around, please.
You're on with Brad and Mara.
Right? We do not look like most. Oh, I have a message.
Yeah.
Who do we got?
Hey,
Chaz.
hey, Chaz.
Hey, thank you, Chaz. And there's Heather. Heather's here too. Cynthia Wild. Hello. Hello. Is that what that is? Is that the British hello?
I'm gonna
Hey,
talk in my
Chaz.
best British accent this whole time.
Yeah. Uh,
Thanks.
wow.
I feel like trash, but I'll take it.
She has better hair than I do. Uh,
Yeah.
and hey,
Someone
Jenny.
called me a clown today because of my hair. I was like, thank you.
Well, look at this. So Chaz has haps because of
Cool.
me. Hey, dude, that's so exciting. Thank you, man. That's really cool. Is anyone going down streaming tonight? Heard there's going to be some action with the barriers put up today. No.
I would,
I,
but
I maybe I
I
can.
no.
Um, maybe I will actually. I think Rob's going down, so maybe I should go down and check him out. But to be honest with you, I mean, I have these guitars, but I'm supposed to have done, and I'm not going to have done. But I might just get them to a glued point where they just have to sit overnight and then head out. So, paint party. Oh yeah. You know what? I guess I didn't even think about that. With all those barricades, maybe they're just going to go out there and paint.
Yeah.
Oh, Claire's here. Nice to see you, Claire. So Ryan, if that helps, it's a possibility, and I know Mara has to have a rest because she was out there. What time? Like 5:30, 6 o'clock.
I was
That
out
you were.
there till like 3, and then I got back at 5, and I left. I ended up going straight to the doctor from the park, so I left at like 11:30.
Right. Um, Chad said those barricades are
Yeah,
ugly. Yeah,
they
they are.
are. They give a
It's,
real icky feeling to the whole place.
to be honest with you, Chad, every place I've been that has this type of situation, um, to be honest, it's not usually protecting something so pretty. Um,
Yeah,
it's like a police station or thing.
yeah.
Uh, they're always ugly and they're always there. Both of you giving me a break from watching Hills. Oh, the Hills.
Like the scare. Oh, I was thinking like scary movie, but that like the Hills.
No,
There's a new one, like the Next Generation.
I guess I don't watch TV, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I knew.
I watch all the TV.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't watch reality TV usually.
They're a little prettier now. Nice bright colors. Okay, good deal. Al's here. Nice to see you, Al. So Chaz, let's see. Chaz said something. You can't see anything. It's property over people. I did notice that the signs said it's open from dawn till dusk.
That's a whole thing to talk about because
That's a whole thing to talk about because let's remember that the best movie in those terms is From Dusk Till Dawn. Let's be perfectly honest. You're probably too young for that one, huh, Mara?
me, no. I mean,
Dusk
I,
Till Dawn. Come on, it was
I mean, yeah.
A Tarantino vampire movie.
Who's Tarantino?
Oh my fucking god! I quit. You're fired. Sorry. He's one of my favorite directors. But the adults with kids, Audrina and
Oh
Brody.
my god, the adults with kids. Ugh, woof. That's. Whew.
Oh, did you see that one? Did you read Chaz's statement? The lot is worth $4.5 million and groundbreaking is this fall for something.
Yeah, they had so I don't know what their real name is, but I think it was Bad Birdie in the chat was doing like some real good like back of house tech support just posted a bunch of links for about I'm forgetting what it's called because it was Callan Square. Then it was like seven, I think 7 points, and now it's like
Yeah.
9. So I don't know, but that place, they're doing a bunch of shit. Yeah, it's for sale, or I think they just bought it, or it's about to be acquired. But they want to use that space for this whole kind of like uptown yuppie like like
Gentrification. Gentrif-
yeah, like open air market and like dining experience or some shit like that.
but
It's
now, let's be honest, though, that sign did say that they were thinking about something permanent, which could just be words, right? But
well, they set up a permanent. What was the word that they used? They made it seem like they're gonna put like a plaque up or like a like a painting or something. It wasn't like a permanent space. It was like enjoy this space until we figure out how to kick you out without getting bad press. But I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah,
what.
I think those words were designed very specifically like that. Didn't mention a Target or something this morning at the site.
Oh,
I don't know. So Claire did mention too, she heard your heated conversation.
yeah. Hey,
Do
Claire.
we want to kind of hold everybody back and talk about that a little bit, or what would you? Is it a little early for that, or do you want to go right to it?
Um. Well, maybe. Yeah. I mean, we can kind of start from the start and.
Uh, Go ahead. So Claire brought up that she heard. Let's see. She watched this morning. Kind of heard the convo this morning on live, and it sounded a little heated.
Yeah. So, Claire, you're talking about the combo with everybody's knees and feet. I assume like that was right near the end when my phone overheated and died, and then
And first and foremost, why don't you tell us why you filmed feet and knees? It's not a fetish,
well, just a little bit of one. No,
fair.
yeah,
Hey,
so I
so
film feet
totally
and knees and sometimes butts on accident, but I try not to get faces of people in the community because there's no point to because people end up getting targeted and unless there's a specific reason to film their faces it's
understand.
just not it's not necessary, it's not respectful, it's not you know
Yep. Hey, Jacob. Sorry, see you there. Hello. Um, okay, so it makes sense. It's not, especially in the day. It's very easy to pick people's faces out. So it's very. They've asked a lot of people there have asked us not to film their faces when it's night and it's harder to pick out. It's a little bit easier for me to be out there, though there are still people who do not want to be on film, and that's absolutely acceptable behavior, especially so that we can keep filming the things that are happening.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Oh
it was.
well, one person didn't because I usually try to kind of like let people know like more or less that I'm live streaming um but a couple people didn't realize because so some of those people, I would say about 3/4, 2/3 of the people there in that conversation circle were the security guards hired by again West 9 points. I can't nine
Yeah,
9 point yeah. So those
look,
are security guards hired by the building,
yeah.
arguing with the community members from the garden. So it was two separate groups of people. Um,
And let's be honest, it got a little heated. It sounded like it was going to be worse than it was.
Yeah, it was not bad. Yeah, it might have sounded bad. But no, it was just like a conversation. I mean, yeah, it got heated. It was like a passionate conversation, but it was never like it was never worrisome. Like, I was standing there
It
just
was
listening to.
it was heated ideas of people that may or may not disagree. And listen, I don't care if you disagree with me. I'll still treat you with respect. And I think that they were passionately discussing something, and it sounded heated for sure. But as far as Mara has said, it wasn't like, oh shit, there's danger. Like everybody's gonna die right now. It was a conversation, and that's a big. I want to make sure too that we talk about those things. And um, vibe is very easy to feel, very very easy to feel,
Hmm.
hard to describe and explain. Um, it's like that old politician that said, "I can't define porn, but I can tell you when I see it."
Yeah.
Uh, vibe
Larry, is it Larry Flint, I think, right?
I can't remember, right? Like,
Or no, that wasn't. That was the
yeah.
judge in response. Yeah, yeah.
But that's the whole thing with vibe is that I can't always tell you, you know, like, okay, it's fairly easy to tell, like, when the guy has the AR and he's firing it, that, yeah, the vibe changed a little and it's feeling a little shooty stabby. Okay.
Right. Well, shooty stabby.
Go figure, right? So fine. But what what you were dealing with sounded heated, but you kind of, the vibe there was not one of danger. Oh shit! And I say danger, and somebody says, "Danger, Will Robinson."
Oh, hey, Bob.
Wonderful move. Yes, I will try and get that sound hooked up to our Haps thing here, and we will use that bow. Um, though, the
That'd
next
be
time,
kind of alarming for people at home.
yeah, I was just saying, the next time there's a gunshot, though, I will not be making fun of it. I will not be danger, Will Robinson.
Danger.
Right? No, 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 not going to happen. But we will use it for other funnier times that are kind of fucked up and worth the danger, Will Robinson. So. Um, but the main guy that you had a conversation with there at the end was a security guy, right? The
Yes, yeah, he was a
white.
security.
Okay. So, and that was kind of the big heated thing for the day, right? Like a lot of stuff was not. It was just peaceful. It was people talking, but there was some tense issues. But I don't think it felt crazy, right?
Yeah, no, it felt very much so. I mean, the only really like event that took place is that there's a protester up on one of the trucks, one of the machines, just peacefully sitting and chanting or yelling, and
Ooh.
but that was it. But as for yeah, the everything else it wasn't great. I mean, there was definitely a vibe of it was kind of a standoff between the security people and the owners and the people who were just the garden folk who were coming to just hold space, and everyone was
Garden.
reporting, and the owners and the security guards did not like that they were like that anybody was reporting, like very much did not like that.
People, nobody likes us, and everybody loves us, right? Like when they need us, they love us, and when they, you know what I mean? Like it's this crazy fucking. We are hated and loved all in the same fucking moment.
Oh yeah, but I mean they didn't like because everybody there's probably 10, maybe 15, 10 or 15 folks there, and like most of them were just like silently filming just to document everything that was happening, like just regular non-press people, just everyone's kind of posted around, just looking, watching,
Well,
filming.
so in those lines, first, Jonathan, good to see you again. But Alphabet Soup asked a question. I don't know if you saw that one. It's how well was this morning's wall/fencing received? Will there be any gatherings to protest it? What do you think?
I so it was the fencing was it was received. Period. It was done differently than what the community was told apparently because there's very tenuous kind of I don't know very loose communication between a couple folks in the community and the owners or the property managers.
And just to be clear, too, the property manager would not talk with you, right?
She would not. She would the you can say you can see it on film. It really cracked me up all day. But the first time I walked up to her, she's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question? I'm local press." And she kind of like whipped around and she's like, "What outfit are you with?" or something like that. And I told her, and she said something like, "I'll contact your people" or something, and then just like whipped around and walked away.
Hey, ma'am, I am my people. Hour.
Yeah, I was like, "Okay, talk to you in a little bit," and then I was just kind of trying to. I have my cane today because my legs all fucked up. And so I was kind of trying to. Whenever I'd see her, I kind of try to like hobble toward her, but she would see me and then just like zip off in the opposite direction. So, and at one point, one of the people who's been there a lot, I guess, kind of knows her like peripherally or whatever, just from being there, and he even shouted at him. I guess her name's Laura. We learned, and he's like, "Hey, Laura, like, why don't you talk to my friend?" And she just pretended like she didn't know him or anything, and just walked right past. So she didn't understand that, like, making herself.
Doing this, you're going to hear a lot of that. Let's be perfectly honest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was just funny. It's like all you have to do is like turn around and just say your name or who you are, instead of running away. Because running away makes you so much more desirable for me to like want to chase you and figure out what's going on. But
To be perfectly honest, I had a cop who used to tell me that too.
who used to tell you what?
Take that for what it's worth. If you're going to run away, I'm going to want to chase you.
Oh, yeah,
It up,
right,
not good or bad. I'm just saying. See, she should have given a quick. See, USA Patriot said, yeah, she should have given a quick interview. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree 100%. She had a moment there where she could have been super gracious and taken 10 seconds just to be really nice and just say boilerplate gobbledygook, and boom, she's out.
right,
But she couldn't even give you the time for that.
yeah,
And I'll be honest, I think she she doesn't seem to understand what you're doing and why that would be beneficial to her, and that makes
right,
her an issue. Let's just say.
yeah. And the main security guard guy was very displeased with being filmed at all. Like very like actively yelling at people like don't fucking film me, don't put me on camera. And everyone, at first I was like, hey man, I'm pressed. Like I'm just here to document what's going on, and everyone else. And he's like, I don't, he didn't care. He still didn't want to. And then he kind of his attitude sort of like shifted a lot throughout the day, back and forth, sort of. But yeah, anytime someone would be near him with a camera, he would just turn and be like, don't fucking film me. And
I do like mentioning nicely
what's
that
that?
they are in public,
Yeah,
and
right.
so are you. You're
Hmm.
putting your and again, we're trying to be not we're trying to be conscientious to the people that we're filming, but again, being a dick about it is like, dude,
Why? What's
maybe you're the reason why I'm filming.
exactly? And that's the whole thing. Is I mean, especially after because he was one of the people who were having the conversations with the community, and in theory, he was trying to make things go smoothly, but what was happening was different than what was said was happening. So they're kind of trying to go back and forth. The lady that was directing those workers, no, she wasn't a concerned citizen. The woman, she was wearing green this morning. Alphabet Soup said the lady was directing those workers. She was no, she was directing. So it was her and this other man who also would not talk to me, and then there was some security guards, and then like the head security guy. But the woman with like the kind of the curly hair, her name is Laura something, according to one of the community members that's met her, spent time around her. But she's the property manager, is what I finally got from. I think from the main security guy. I think that's who told me that. It's on the stream somewhere. But
Right.
yeah, she wasn't
Uh,
concerned to
here,
this.
different angles. Oh, all right. So apparently my sound. So sometimes my sound gets a little bit crazy because I still have my case on. I apologize for that, guys. But if you're tripping balls, I don't want to take it off and cause any issues. Um, so uh, Alphabet Soup. I don't know if you saw that one too. At the end of the stream garden.
Am I missing comments? Where's the sound comment?
Oh, it was. I got a message from a mod. Um,
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So, Jonathan, that was the woman in the green shirt. Yep.
yeah.
Her
Well,
name,
and
yeah,
then
was Laura.
Alphabet said something about the guards were getting mad at the end about the wording on the signs, and he's worried about, or sorry, Alphabet Soup is worried about that being a thing that could cause problems. And I don't know. What do you think? I know that people were heated about the sign.
Yeah. So the issues were the signs went up, and I think y'all got to read them. I tried to go over them and read them aloud and stuff a lot. But they're basically just. It looked like someone Googled like community garden template, like guideline template. It was just the most like absolutely generic thing in the world, and so the community was upset that It didn't say anything about Winston or Deanna. It said something about thinking about those we lost. So it's this very passive kind of dismissive tone. It's called a community garden instead of Wins Marie Peace Gardens, which is what it's
Right.
called. It said that it was open from dawn till dusk, which was never discussed. And what is happening? Someone's like,
I think that the the property owner made the
the
signs.
property owner made the signs. Yep, and they
Yeah.
didn't run any of it by anyone there. They just came. So right after the fences were up, it was just like a bunch of people descended and just came and zip tied these signs up on the fences, and people were kind of like, "Wait, what's happening now?"
Yeah. What's this?
Yeah, and then there's a line at the end of the sign about any further trespassing or violence or destruction of property will result in removal of the area. So it's kind of basically saying, if you don't follow the rules, like we're gonna ground you, like we're gonna take your space away. And so it was like on the surface, it certainly looked. It's like, oh, that's fine. It's a sign that's acknowledging this, but it was just this just such kind of distancing PR language that wasn't like a person walking by is just gonna think it's some random community garden for no reason. If they read that, it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Wouldn't call it. Yeah,
Well,
well,
it,
I almost did.
it it's just vague enough to be quite the issue with. Oh well, we decide this is a problem. Now we're going to hold you accountable. Like it's not. It's not specific. It has a time limit. It has all these things. And to be honest with you, people are there. What 24 hours a day? There's
Mhm.
somebody. And so, like, it just seems confrontational while trying to seem okay.
It's like it's supposed to be placating, but it did the exact opposite.
Did you see her looking for a big truck to remove the cement? Oh shit!
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking like I don't know. I mean, I know people, especially after that conversation. I mean, that's kind of the beautiful thing and the frustrating thing is there is no central specific leadership because it's designed purposely that way to be a communal thing. But that means different people have different views of what they want it to look like or how they want to proceed. So
Um,
it could certainly be something happening tonight.
yeah, and Lavish is a good guy. I'm
Mhm.
surprised he's doing. I will have to talk to him and see if we can find anything. But did you see where to go? I missed all this. Bo Adams said I missed all this. Is there a replay on either of your guys' SM accounts? So on Facebook or here on Haps, you can go to the last Watchdog video, and you'll catch like the the ending drama. It's not really drama. It's just more of a slightly tense, intense conversation.
Yeah,
And
passionate conversation.
yeah,
Oh, he
so
posted it in Pound Crime and shared it. Of course, he did.
and then the first video she did, which is over 3 hours long.
Yeah,
Again, you were on for over 4 hours today. Um,
I'm worried about the way that the last stream went up because my phone overheated halfway through the conversation that was happening, and then I brought it back up, and it was kind of like it was literally down for like maybe 2 minutes, and within the time that it was down, everyone kind of like everything just started to cool down, and when it came back up, people were like shaking hands and stuff. But
right.
then there's just like a little kind of remaining conversation going on, and
Some confusion about your live stream.
yeah, and so I'm just hoping that that didn't get pulled out of context as like, because since it was just that kind of lone half hour,
Right.
and
And
that
then,
didn't get pulled out of context as being this like, and because you can't tell who's who, like there's no, it's just knees and butts, right? So it's hard to tell who are the people from the garden in the community and who are the security guards, kind of.
absolutely. Yeah, because they weren't dressed in like security
Right,
guard.
right.
It was, yeah, that, the other thing, oh shit, so I'm reading texts or messages,
Yeah,
and I just literally lost my thought process, and I'm so sorry for interrupting, and now it's killing me. Um,
Sorry, my life.
Damn it, there was something. Oh, context. So sorry. So here's the thing, and again, I think we talked a little bit about this privately. Can you remove a concrete barrier? Oh, interesting. You'll have to tell us about that alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: everything we do, everything that I've done, can be taken out of context, and I had to kind of let that go. Especially when we do something like this, they are allowed to, like our stream, like our viewers who were watching or have had experience with us, the people that understand what we're doing and why will go and do the research and watch and do some things. And if we do things honestly and with integrity, we're not going to have a problem because context comes with truth and, well, at least being honest. And I think that sometimes truth and honesty are very different. If I'm honest, I'm telling you I screwed up because I wasn't exactly truthful, right? So it's kind of one of those things where, with a combination of those two things, context can be found. And people are never going to find context if they don't want to. So,
Yeah, like the Uptown Crime thing is just gonna kind of post it and be like, see, look
yep.
at these violent, angry garden protesters. And
Yeah, or like that night we had the crazy guy on the second floor and we thought he was going to die.
oh yeah, that random dude. Yeah.
Thank you, Todd, by the way. Thank you. Um,
Yes,
we're,
Paul.
hey, K Variable is there too. We got some
Oh,
Twitch
yeah.
people on. Good to see that. Thank you, Jonathan. Guys, wow. It's kind of cool just to get a little bit of love while I'm not out there thinking I'm going to get shot at. So thank you, guys. Mara, too. Keep in mind, Mara has been my substitute teacher, if you want to call it that. And one night that the cops came in with tear gas, Mara was actually standing next to me, and they were yelling at us the regulation. What was it? They have the according to such and such regulation, U.S. State Code. The
Yeah.
board guy who got a desk job and has soft hands.
Yeah.
Mara was next to me with Michael, I think, and I was trying to be really nice, like Mara, you shouldn't be here, Mara, no. And at that point, it was just after that we talked about you streaming the very next day, right? Wasn't that like the verdict, not the verdict, the sentencing? And
Yeah. I think that was it the very next day or 2 days later, but yeah, it was
yeah, it was.
sentencing was Friday, right?
Yeah, yeah. So Thursday I got tear gas. Friday you worked for me. I had to go to Duluth, which I think I saw somebody much earlier ask how it went. I fucking love Duluth. But and I think I've told Mara this a couple times. We are super impressed with what she did. I recognize that she's not me. I'm a very
Hi,
different actor,
everybody. As I
but
rip
she's
my
very
face.
comfortable, and I've heard nothing but good things. And so we are still trying to talk her into doing some live stuff for us, continuing. And I think that when you find the right person, you guys know it's somebody we're going to back. So I'm doing this in front of everybody, Mara, so I can shame you. But we'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I just need to learn how to not be awake for between 30 and 40 hours whenever I'm on, like, for some reason.
yeah,
Times
no.
I've just been like zombie-eyed and
Hey, I've done that a couple days straight, like without sleep. Uh,
mm-hmm.
Miss, we have questions. A variable here. Okay, raise your hand. No, again, so sorry, I'm going to keep
My
pushing.
people will actually hear people, yeah.
You're going to be substitute teacher. I'm Uncle Brad. You can be substitute.
Okay, Uncle Fred. Uh,
Um,
yeah, my people were talking to your people. That was, I think, the second best quote of the day. The funniest part for me, let's just talk about a real funny little quick part that was in there. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but I was talking to the head security guard whose name I never got. He would sort of he's fine talking to me, and then he wasn't. But I kind of realized if I wasn't pointing the camera directly at him, like he knew I was filming the whole time, so he was fine. He seemed fine with that. But anyway, so there's one cop car parked about 20 feet away. We were talking, and then we see this lady who I unrightfully, incorrectly, whatever, misjudged as a Karen, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, and so I kind of snuck up there. And is ever anyone live from down there? No, not right now. Yeah, Jonathan the lady. So she walked up, and I kind of like stuck up, and I was trying to hear what she was saying, thinking that she was going to be complaining about the protesters. And I just got the last part of the conversation, and she was just saying like, "See, this is why they've drawn a line in the sand. This is why they're sick of y'all. Like, I can't even right now. Fuck 12," and just like walked away.
Oh, hold on.
Like, okay,
We have,
opposite Karen, that's cool.
yeah, we're gonna call them Becky's now because we have a Karen that watches all the time.
Oh, Becky. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've seen Karen. Yeah, of course. I know. I feel so bad for what's been done to that name.
I actually had a whole like half-hour conversation with a gal at Quick Trip one night after our stream about her being named Karen and how that's the one thing in this world she fucking hates. And I'm like, you're being super Karen right now. And I didn't really want to say, you know,
About this.
that right there, that's Karen. And I won't do that. She was actually pretty nice, but I just thought it was hilarious that it's like, hey, you got a little Karen right here.
Right here.
Got
Oh God, Becky, look at her butt. Now that song stuck in my head. Who was the? Oh, it was Jonathan earlier with the fucking farmer in the Dell, right? Now it's.
right. And see, and that's why I kind of like a lot of what we have going on here too, is that people here understand that we're in dark places doing dark things, and if we can't have a little bit of a smile, we are going to ourselves. And I appreciate that we can all have a little bit of a joke. Jonathan, by the way, Probst actually has had some things that caught me on, and I've not been prepared. So watch out for Jonathan for sure. Um, he
Yeah, makes things real. A couple times I like lose my train of thought because of some people were saying some shit that was so funny. I would just like have to stop and be like,
brace the fuck out of it because
yeah, exactly. Like, thank you. I needed this. Like, I'll find my train of thought again later. But it's a nice to have a second.
the thing is you're literally putting a camera in somebody's face down there, and it could be violent. And we honestly, it's tense. I think I described it earlier. When we get out of the car, we start trauma, and then when we get cars, we end trauma, right? And when you're out there, it can be really tense, and it does something to you. You know what I mean? And so
And
some
I'm used to only being somewhere if I'm invited. Like, I don't even go to like a party if like a friend of a friend invites me. So like, I don't
yeah.
generally like being places where I'm very obviously not wanted, which I'm realizing is a big part of this job. Which so I'm kind of slipping my step by step into that more. But yeah,
Well, so Mara, while you're here too, and I saw somebody said you got to decompress.
yeah.
Uh, this is going to seem weird, but I want to make sure that I'm telling people who are here right now. I am leaving for a week. So my decompression every year is I get a week at the cabin. I go out on the boat and act like I'm fishing, and I let my mind go wild, and I just take my time. And so I am going out of town tomorrow night,
Oh, tomorrow night. I know that, or maybe you told me. I forgot.
which maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I'm really bad with schedules. My wife usually handles everything, but
I don't.
considering all the garbage I went through last year, and that I'm dealing with still, um, my week there is very important. And
Oh yeah.
so I'm going to have Mara on call, and I will try and go live while I'm out on there trying to just enjoy my time on the boat, and we can all just kind of have a zen moment if you want.
Fishing with Uncle Brad.
Yeah, fishing, yeah, which means no fishing. We're just gonna act like it and hope for the sheriff to come by and try and like get all pissy at me. We're gonna have some fun trying to fuck with the sheriff up there. So
Ooh,
we'll
excellent.
see. Cause fuck it, I gotta have a dude. Listen, I'm decompressing. It's my turn to fuck with people. Um, but the reality is, if there's stuff happening, we still have Rob and we have Mara, and I cannot wait to get back and kind of be back in a regular motion. And the thing is, though, that we have Mara. She's going to take a little rest break. Let's be perfectly honest. Today was and thank you. I have GA from CA. Is that Georgia from California? Let's hear. Paula said she decompresses by blowing things. Okay, Paula, I'm gonna give you my
Paul's wild, man.
Paula. You can come on in, and I would like to see you blow some shit up. Though, actually, do you mind, Mara, if I tell a quick story? And I know we're totally off topic.
Oh my god, I almost just dropped my whole goddamn bagel on the ground. Please tell a story. I'm gonna munch my bagel and listen.
Side note: I ran out of cigarettes, so I'm gonna start getting a little itchy. Um, at the cabin, it's not my cabin, guys. Hey, Blue Eyes, nice to see you. Um, it's my in-laws, and it's a shared cabin. Four brothers and sisters own it. Their kids, that's us. We go up there a lot. And one of the brothers who died recently, he had a cancer issue. But when he was a kid, there was a lot of black powder in the cabin, and they took a couple trash can lids and filled them with gunpowder and then taped them together. And a long fuse on it, and they put it in the middle of the road and lit it and ran. Just fucking booked out of there. It left a 12-foot fucking crater 4 feet deep in a logging road, and people, 5 towns down heard it. It was like it shook the trees and knocked animals around. Like it was a massive explosion, and so we're not allowed to have any fun blowing things up anymore. And I'm really disappointed that I've been with my wife for 30 years and I have not yet been able to blow a 12-foot crater that's out of anything, and it pisses me off because I can imagine that happening and loving every fucking second of it, and I'm so disappointed. But anyways, I know again somebody says blow shit up, and this is where my mind goes.
Oh yeah, I had an uncle that used to set off fireworks off his pontoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in the middle of we had an event every year called Bassarama, so that's where one side of my family's at.
We have a fireworks competition at the lake, so we don't even go into town. So we're north of Grand Rapids, about half an hour. It's a 4.5 hour drive, depending on young kids, and then it becomes a 5.5 hour drive.
Or me, because I just pee a lot.
But yeah, so we have 3 houses or cabins that do fireworks, and they all take turns, and it is the craziest Fourth of July part. I don't want to go anywhere else for Fourth of July ever again. So, hey, side note, guys, we're doing a couple tangents, and we had a big day today. Have y'all met my daughter, Kira? Would you like to?
I would for. I
There
don't
we
know.
go. Sorry, sometimes she can be shy, and she is not shy today. This is Kira. Here, I'm going to put her in the middle. Ooh, you look mean. Can you say hi to everybody? Can you wave?
Thank you. Nice to
There
meet
you go. Thank you. Oh, squirrels. Squirrels? Nah, she likes squirrels too.
No, I don't.
You.
No, I squirrel.
Squirrels. So we get to hang out in back here, and she loves swinging, and we have a party. My son's actually inside too, but he's my son. He's just kind of funny. But so she comes and hangs out. She does back rubs and shoulder rubs, and
Ooh.
she gets the duck love her because she doesn't do anything to them, and they follow her around like she's Mama Duck. And
That's the dream.
might have a little bit of my personality in there somewhere. So that's Kira. She's awesome. So if I'm out here, you're going to see her come and join me once in a while. And
No,
I didn't wait. No, you don't. You don't ever join me.
Clearly not. I mean,
No, she is a guy. So yeah, she's coming up, and we're going to go have a fun time at the cabin. Are you excited?
Swimming.
Swimming? You want to go swimming? I cannot wait. This is something that we look forward to every year. So,
seems like you might be a little stoked for it. Yeah.
yeah, just a little bit. Like, honestly, she sees the world in a very different way, guys. And I tell people that if we all lived life looking at the world like she does, that things would be a hell of a lot better. She's dancing right now because she's excited and giggling.
That's the best.
Here, I was trying to pause so you can hear. She was giggling. So yeah, the cabin is a big deal for all of us, and my sister's coming up with her kids, and we are just literally going to sit and get sunburned and cook and just do stupid shit. Oh, Paula. Oh, geez. Paula, you have a child with Down syndrome too. Wonderful. These kids are so amazing, and most don't see it. You know what's funny? Okay, Mara, I'm sorry that we kind of took over, and I don't mean tangents, but
I got bagel, man.
sometimes, right? So here's the thing. People, when I tell them I have a daughter with Down syndrome, will go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And
What?
oh, it's weird, right? Like, why would you be sorry? It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I will
Right.
tell you the greatest moments in my life come from my children, but I will also tell you the darkest, scariest moments have come from my children. Not because they're bad or stupid shit, but because she has a pacemaker. Her pacemaker decides to fail once in a while, and it's always at the worst fucking time. Sorry, words. Um, the first time we were on vacation in Tampa, and her pacemaker died, and she goes into heart block, which means she dies for like 20 seconds, and that will scare the living shit out of you. Another time, it happened during a blizzard in April when it had been 70 the week before, and the fucking hospital wouldn't send an ambulance to come get her. So my wife and I had to drive her to Masonic, which is an hour and some odd long drive from where I am when you can only see 10 feet in front of you. And she went into heart block once or twice every minute for an hour and some, which means that I was there when my daughter died 50, 60 times. And so people ask me why how are you not afraid going out to a riot? It's like, man, come sit at my house for a little bit and watch your daughter die 60 times and then go out there and you're like, my fear levels and the thresholds with which I feel fear differ very differently because of the people that I love and will do terrible things for. And trust me, that smile, everything about what she just did right now is just the world to me. So, yeah, it's never be sorry about any of us about what we do and how we handle our stuff because every second of every moment is so fucking great, and I wouldn't give it up for anything. So, yeah, kind of weird, a little weird. I apologize, but I
Such
don't.
a weird reaction to have. Oh, I'm sorry. Like, what? What?
No, so somebody just asked if I have AFib. No, it's so her heart is broken actually. So she was born with two holes in her heart, and at 6 months they went in to fix it. And when they went in to fix it, they ended up breaking the heart. So the heart worked, but it didn't have efficiency. But when they went in to fix the holes, they gave it efficiency, but it stopped working. Um, so that was open heart surgery number 1 and 2, and then the pacemaker went in on number 3, and she was less than 7 months old by that time. So it's just literally the pacemaker makes her heart work at all times, and yeah, it's not it's unfucking believable, to be honest with you guys. Like the things that we have to, like, I can feel where she was so small they couldn't put the pacemaker in her chest, so it was in her like abdomen, so you could actually feel the pacemaker where it was. And then as the second, after the first one broke, they put it up in her collarbone area, so you could feel it here. And
Is it like a port? Like, I have a port right here that you can feel like it's just like a little bump thing, kind of.
think of like a Hot Wheels toy size. Think on that. It's a Hot Wheels size thing in your daughter's chest that keeps her alive, and you could touch it and feel it, play with it, and she has the scars for it, and now she has scars all over her chest because she's had 5 different pacemakers put in multiple locations with new leads. So she has a railroad track system in her chest,
Battle scars, man. That's
all the
tough.
leads. Oh yeah, well, God, I'd love to. She likes showing her scars, but it might get a little bit strange. So we're just gonna.
Let's just assume that she's a badass warrior and
Yeah, she's still afraid of needles now. She's had a few hundred of them, and,
right.
but other than that, yeah, dude, listen, I have done some terrible things to my body. She used to make leads for pacemakers. There it goes. So it's always the leads that fail for my daughter's pacemakers, by the way. So Karen, hopefully you weren't in charge of making those fucking leads. I'm kidding. Love you.
Badass duck site. Badass duck army cyber. I can't even say all those words together.
Oh, did you want to see the ducks before it gets dark?
I think everyone wants to see the ducks at all times, Brad.
All right. Let me see if I can find them. Kira, you want to help me find the ducks?
Susie, are you asking me or Brad about?
All right, let's.
Oh, I can't see the ducks because it's
My neighbors are here. Hold on.
See how they feel.
Hey guys.
Oh, me, Susie.
Streaming live to a whole bunch of people, so I apologize. I will try not to get faces.
Yeah, I get fusions twice a week, so they report in me.
They wanted to see the ducks though, so I'm gonna get the ducks, and I won't get
stabbed in the chest today. Twice a week.
Guys. My neighbors are here too.
Ducks. I can't see them. Ducks.
Wrong. Sorry. But I talk about the ducks when I'm out there, and look at that, guys.
Do they all have names?
Yes, they're all named after the Ninja Turtles, but they're females, so they're female versions of them.
And one pirate duck.
Oh yeah, and then there's Blackbeak.
That gets into trouble.
She's over here staring at the neighbors.
Oh,
look at that.
5.
Do it.
Everyone's daughter's a badass here. Wow. Holy Moses.
There. So there's literally she has a black beak. So we don't actually name her. We don't even know what her real name is. It's just Blackbeak. But look, they're kind of like staring at us.
It's Blackbeak, the pirate duck, because she broke into your garden.
Oh yeah, did she recently? Oh man, see, oh god, see, you guys. I spend my time at protests and riots, so it's not like this is a normal thing. So, oh, Zoe's here, by the way, guys. Sorry.
Watch out, it stinks too.
What the? Oh, the. Can you?
Yeah, over here you can smell it.
I'm sorry. Ducks smell like shit, by the way.
Oh, I do.
Yes, it is, right? But here's the deal, guys. If you.
Oh no. Oh.
Sorry, I know. So I have another hobby. I garden and I make hot sauce. And where'd you go? Look at that. So a shit ton of these are cayennes. I have a shit ton of peppers and other peppers and tomatoes. Gotta get down there. Yes. Look at those guys. Those are, because they're yellow. That's literally why I bought those. Yeah, somebody's texting me that my.
You freeze it up a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. Pepper's coming in already.
I've missed like all the comments because I was looking at the ducks. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, but I have some tomatoes growing too, so I'm gonna go back where the internet is. Sorry, guys. Oops, hold on. There we go. Yeah, so that's not a riot or a protest, but sometimes people want to know what you do to decompress. Well,
yeah.
I garden and I play with the ducks and like duck eggs. Sorry, and so Kira is doing homework, by the way, just so we're all clear. I don't know why. So, anyways, totally a departure from where we were. Apologize. So, any which way, what do you think? Should I go out for a night tonight, Mara?
What's that?
You think I should go out tonight?
I mean, probably. I mean, one of us, like, I could too. I'm not super far. Like, I slept for a few hours, so I'm not as. But either way, I feel like it could be worth. Oh, except for my My battery bank is completely dead because it's a piece of shit and it takes 24 hours to charge.
Ouch.
So
All right. Well,
I can ask neighbors or something and see if someone has a battery bank.
fair enough.
But
Well, I'm going to have to talk to my wife, guys. I've already disappointed her a couple times this week. So if I can get her permission, I will go out. Usually I disappoint the hell out of her anyways and go. But see, they're making changes to the garden down there on Lake. Like right now, Susie, they're making changes. Ooh, is it getting really dark? Kira, could you go turn the light on real quick, please? Bees. Sorry.
if anyone's in Minneapolis and has a functioning battery pack and wants to lend it to me, I can go out.
Well, I think that let's see, Rob's going out there tonight, I think.
Okay.
We should, because I think he has an extra one if he's going to be up there, put up sign and block barriers.
Block barriers? How do they block a barrier?
Or it could be blocks that are, right? Like,
there's
all
a
right.
down there? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, he was going to the Capitol. I think he was driving out there. He's at the Capitol. That's right.
Oh,
all right.
What's there tonight? There's something there tonight, isn't there?
Let me see, guys. I'm not going to make a promise about tonight, to be perfectly honest with you. And Mara, I don't know. You've done a lot today, and you were out there really, really, really early. Shit, this might be my last chance to get out too. But I have to. So, guys, I don't know if you knew this, Mara, but I'm actually adding to the Watchdog Network that my Seventh Son Guitar channel. So I'm going to be
what channel?
My Seventh Son Guitars. So I'm a
cool.
I make guitars, and that's my other therapy. But I make guitars for people for money, and I have some guitars I have to finish for this weekend. And tonight is one of the last nights that I have to actually get that done. And so I have some things I gotta go over, but we will see. I'm not going to make any promises. So, Mara, if you want to go, I'm not pushing you. Also, you can watch if you don't make it out. So Rob would be the guy going to the Capitol. Damn, do you know anybody else? Because it's usually Rob, me, and then with Mara as my substitute teacher. Jack, I don't know what to tell you. What do you think, Mara?
Well, Mercado Media is probably up or there, I would guess. I mean, he's.
Michael, the guy from eGirl. Interesting. What's at the Capitol? There was something he said on his stream about passing some bills. So I'm assuming there's a protest or a group gathering trying to get some bills passed, and hopefully it's the number one there is the marijuana. But what do I know?
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Paulie, yeah, honestly, if I hear anything from anybody about anybody going live, I will absolutely post it. Mara can do it too. And mods, if you're on and you hear something, please post something to the Watchdog site. And you know what? Consistency. They're trying to get a bill passed to hold police accountable. Huh. Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Accountability.
I'm for it.
Yeah. Wow. Right. Crazy idea. I like accountability, apparently. Yeah. So maybe thinking about that, I think, God damn it, I'm swinging both ways. Not in that weird way. I'm just saying I might go or not.
Or if you do end up going for a little, we could always like kind of tag team in and out because I could, if you want to go, but I need fucking battery. Well, I need to get you your gimbal anyway.
That's true. I want to get the gimbal for the weekend. But if you're here, I think you should keep it just in case some shit pops up.
Yeah.
True. Seen some sausage getting made. Remember, drama on eGirl. So I'm watching Michael. So is Michael on eGirl?
Not Twizzlers, Red Vines. Okay, but yes, I am. It's a environmentally friendly straw.
You know, it's funny. The first time I had a motherfucking paper straw was in Montreal, and it was the strangest thing. I'd rather have a Twizzlers as a straw.
Red vine. Red vine.
Whatever.
Uh, not whatever. The red vine and Twizzler community are deeply
That's
divided.
that's racist.
That's Twizzlers.
Against black licorice, damn it.
I fucking love black licorice too. Oh man, I love licorice. It's so good.
Wait, just red, or do you do black licorice too?
Both, yeah. No, I love black licorice.
Okay. I'm way, man. All right, so red vines are way better. Okay, guys, I'm not a connoisseur, right? I am a
I
fat man.
like both. I like both. I'll go on record. They have different purposes.
Well, how about this one? I made my own bacon, cured it for a week and a half, and I've been eating my own bacon in there that I made. So she can have red vines. I'm gonna go have some bacon that I fucking made. How's that? Sorry, I don't know how to be. Right? So yeah, red vines are greater than Twizzlers on the straw scale. Okay. Listen, if everybody's gonna gang up on me on the
We're
fucking,
coming for you, Brad.
explain to me how red vines are better than Twizzlers. I'm curious.
You what?
How is it better?
It's got a okay. So Twizzlers have a. They're not reliable straws, but sometimes there's no hole through them. Like red vines, it's like a cigar. You gotta bite off and you can like see through the whole fucking thing. Like I can see the camera through this red vine.
Wow.
You can't do that with Twizzlers.
Huh. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the taste has nothing to do with it?
I mean, yeah, I like the taste of both. Red vines are always like drier and kind of. I don't
Oh,
know.
really? The dry
Yeah,
ones.
they're like very like, or it's just I just maybe buy shitty old ones at the gas station. But
All right. Well, I'm going to ask one more question before I got to go. So let me ask you this, Mara. So we've been trying to do some fundraising because I'd like to have an extra gimbal for like when you go out, right? I'd also like to have a better camera and do some other things with this channel. We're growing tremendously, by the way. And something was brought up to me last night, and I'm curious what y'all think. Okay, I like this y'all thing. I'm from Minnesota, but y'all makes me very, very happy.
it's very inclusive too.
It's what
It's very inclusive instead of like you guys
you
or
got. See,
yeah.
y'all. I don't mind it. I don't mind it one. Like, y'all. Anyways, you got to do the y'all. Anyways, so here's the thing: we are about accountability, right? And something was brought up like if I'm just asking for money and people are sending it, it's for gas or it's for other crazy things, but you have no idea where I'm spending that money, and I could totally be lying to you, and I don't think that's fair. um, so what I was told I should do, and I think this is a great idea, is that I should have a Amazon
Mm.
uh, wish list that I can publish and put into things that you guys can then come, and then you know exactly what's being bought so that we're not committing fraud or doing other crazy things for. You'll have to go to the page. It won't spread.
Yeah.
So if we do an Amazon wish list, are you guys cool with that? Because that way, also, and again, still going to ask for gas money once in a while. Paul or Mara wants to get paid some money too, and that's kind of what we do. I'm just seeing literally Amazon wish list, yes, with a big heart. Great idea. So you guys like the idea? All right. So what we're going to start doing is publishing the Amazon wish list. Um, don't get sticker shock. There's different pricings. Okay. 100%. God damn it. Okay. For me,
Oh yeah,
as a guy,
Claire, good point. I hate Amazon as a company too, but
no. Okay, guys, I do too, but I don't have a better way of doing this right now. And I promise if we can find a better way, I will do it. It's just the easiest way for us to get from point A to point B. And once we get to a certain point where we have gotten the equipment and the other things that we need, we can start doing a better way of getting that kind of stuff. Like, to be honest with you, a wish list like that is very easy right now to put out. I try not to use Amazon, but there's sometimes no way to ignore it. But my thing is that once our website is fully up and running, there might be a way for if people want to donate to certain things, they can actually just apply the money to that thing. And it's like a mini Indiegogo on our own website. So if we say, hey, we'd really like to get this thing, like a bus that we can put a control center in that can actually control video from 4 sources. We want a bus, and we're trying to raise $4,000 to buy said bus. That's a mini bus. That would be awesome. You could donate $5, and it goes from $0 to $5, and we hit the 4,000. We can go get the bus. I think that way, again, accountability, and we just won't really, we won't take the money until it hits. And I think that we can have a better way of doing this, but we also need to get ourselves into a position to provide the best content possible. And at this point, you have the gimbal, and like we were just talking, like I might have to come get the gimbal, but wait a second, I'm going to be up there, and if something pops off, you need it, right? So,
Well, I mean, just like specifically for tonight, since I'm so close, like if you were there for an hour and then wanted me to come up, I could just grab it from you then too. I mean, but yeah, in general, for sure what you're saying makes sense.
yeah, and I think that's a great way. God damn, sorry. It's just we're trying to do so many things to get this. Like I've had meetings every day with the mods and the crew. I just got a text from Kevin, by the way, for everybody who's involved. Kevin, our missing streamer, is writing a story right now. We have multiple leads on other things coming through. Jonathan said he'd chip in for a golf cart. Here's the funniest thing. I did that. I'm guaranteeing you'd put in $10 and then I would just have this thing on my website saying, "Yeah, golf cart with a 360 camera on the roof," and no motherfucker would put any more money into it, and I would just get all disappointed, and all thanks to fucking Jonathan.
Thanks a lot, Jonathan.
Fuck that guy. No, sorry, Jonathan's a good dude. I just like fucking with him.
Oh yeah.
So again, I'm not going to come get the thing just because you're here. You're so close. I know it. And so we have, like, you have my vest too, my plate carrier.
Yep.
But if Kevin goes out and I go out and you go out, we don't have plate carriers. Tactical helmets, boots, all the things that we might need, the little stuff. But then we're trying to get a very good camera. I've got a bunch of money already ready, into that. But it would be nice to push that up, get a good zoom lens for the camera, but that's autofocus. But then we want to stream it. Like there's a whole bunch of little things. So we're going to put it out there. And that way too, Mara is already set up and she doesn't have to worry about coming to get stuff from me or I have to go drop it off. Like I'd like to have Mara ready to go at any time. And Paula, be safe, make terrible fucking decisions. Rock on.
A new battery bank that
Battery power, right? And we can standardize too. And that's like, there's so many things that we can do better and to provide longer and better service doing what we do. So, and the last thing before I got to go, Mara, and if you want to stay on, that's great. I'm going to be honest, I have my guitars have to get worked on, and I'm not working on them right now, and that sucks. We are trying to get to
talk to you about guitars, by the way. But
what's that?
I got to talk to you about guitars.
Hell yeah. I'm all in talking guitars, guys. And in fact, we're going to have some conversations that way soon because I'm going to be launching the Seventh Sun channel through Watchdog. See how this works. And we're going to talk more about it. So for sure, and private, hit me up. But we have not yet hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We are at 615, I think. If we get to 1,000, we get to a point where we can actually monetize. Give us a job through.
Oh, you're cutting out. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. So what we're trying to do, if you have not yet subscribed on YouTube, please, for God's sake, get your asses over there and fucking subscribe. How's that? I'm not going to be any less direct. Oh, thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, shit. Somebody remembered about the pierogies.
Ooh, pierogies.
Oh, did we talk about pierogies? Okay, anyways, guys, I'm gonna do some special watchdog cooking just because it's gonna be super random and crazy and super squirrels like. So here's the deal. I'm going on vacation. I'm hoping the world doesn't burn down. And maybe when I get back within a week or two, I will show you all how to make pierogies live. How do you think? What do you think? Pierogies? We'll do pierogies.
Fuck yeah.
Or bacon too. I can make bacon. We make bacon. It's so good. Anyways, Mara, I think I'm going to take off. Oh, here, hold on. There it is. That was Heather, I think. So Heather's our one of our mods, and she likes posting our stuff. Awesome, can't wait. And yes, never had one. Oh my god, maybe cooking channel. I honestly, guys, I don't want to go straight cooking channel. It would be more like a once a month thing where I make something that most people don't, or don't do it the way that I do it. So to be perfectly honest with you, pasta fries are a thing in our house, and nobody ever
What?
knows. Right, pasta fries.
Those are
So
the two best things alone, and you put them together?
see, so I make pierogies, and it's a noodle dough on the outside, but I fry the pierogies, so it's all crispy and tender and fucking amazing, right? So my daughter, the 16-year-old who was probably 12 at the time, says, "Dad, why don't we just cut these up in noodles and then fry those?" And motherfucker, that little 12-year-old created noodle fries, and it's fucking great.
Noodle fries.
So, and you can dip them in anything you want, and it's so good. It's so good. And so, yeah, maybe it's just a way for us to combine pierogies and pasta fries. Fat guy fucking heaven, right? So,
You,
and again, we're about news, Mara, and I know that, but sometimes we got to have these releases and,
oh
fact,
yeah,
so,
for everyone involved.
right? So here, should we try and be sneaky and get my son on camera real quick? Ben,
Yes. I'm already trying to promote my dog. This is
here,
Mikey.
do you want to see the big difference between me and my son besides age and being an old man? Little shit hair. I just called him a little shit to his face. I'm sorry. He just
He looks terribly offended.
here, around longer hair than I have. Sorry. Thank you, Finn. See how excited he is. Anyway, Mara, I think I'm good for tonight. Was there anything else that you needed to talk about or you wanted to talk about?
I mean, I guess the biggest thing, and if anybody has like any questions, I can always stay on for a little bit. But the biggest thing that I just wanted to sort of clarify was the fact that those that kind of passionate discussion that y'all
Yep.
saw at the end was security from Callan Square, 7 point, totally unrelated to the garden folks. So security and some folks from the garden, and I guess I'll just say there's a very noticeable difference in not tone. Monty, stop it. In words and communication style between the two different like groups of folks. And I feel like that's a very kind of this like I feel like that's I hope that's clear enough because I don't want to like be pointing specific things or specific people out or anything, but I just hope that it's clear what the intentions were on both sides and the language used and everything, just to make sure that I don't want to be responsible for misrepresenting the community folks, if that kind of makes sense.
How's that guitar going?
Good. I'm on live. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anyway.
No, I don't think it's a problem, Mara, to be perfectly honest with you. And again, I think our regular people, would you not stand in the light, please? That's my life. My daughter brought this in, and I'm not going to drink it all. There's Zoe. Um, People who watch us and know who we are will go back and get the context. And don't be afraid to call us or message us or ask questions. Just don't make assumptions about anything, guys. If there's a question, hit us up because one of us will be more than willing to give you information or find the person who has it. And our job. Okay, hold on. So you know what my mod just did? Did you? Can you see that, Mara?
Mm-mm.
I get a message from one of my guys who says, "Hey, man, how many different cups do you have?" So,
It's a valid question. How many cups do you own, Brad? How many?
well, they're all the plastic or foam kind. This is mine from dinner. My daughter, Zoe, right there, bought this thing, and she walked by and didn't give me any.
Okay, well, you hurry up and take a sip so I can leave?
No. Um,
Oh.
anyway, sorry. So, guys, never be afraid. We're always willing to talk. And again, if we're about accountability, we don't mind even being wrong. It's gonna suck a little, but it's not Drew's laughing at me. Um, this is one's for you.
It's how we learn and grow.
It is the best way to make new knowledge and new pathways in your brain is to fail. Thank you, Zoe. Is to fail a lot and ask great questions. And to be honest with you, I fail and ask a lot of questions, and that's kind of how I get through life. And I've learned a lot. So, guys, don't ever be afraid to come talk to us. Squirrels! I heard that. I physically feel that those emojis. Anyways, Mara, please have fun. Don't be afraid to ask your questions. I'm gonna go work on guitars and literally cover my hands in super glue and be safe. Make terrible fucking decisions and substitute teachers on. Talk to Mara. She's awesome. Take care, guys. Have a good.
Peace, dude. All right, he's gone. Let's talk shit. No, I am definitely willing and able to stay on if anybody has any questions about today. I don't know much about tonight of what's happening because after my doctor appointment, I came home and passed the fuck out for 4 hours and I haven't heard any or haven't even like been online besides this since. So I don't really have any good information about tonight, but if people have questions about earlier today, the stream, or legit if anybody really wants me to go out and somebody around like Minneapolis, Outdoor area has a battery bank that I could use, I'm down to. I just I have no power otherwise, so I won't be able to go out. But yeah, if anybody has questions about earlier or wants to clarify anything, I just wanted to make really clear that even though it was, it's hard to see because I'm not filming faces and because, like security wasn't wearing any specific like outfit or colors or uniforms or whatever. So it's hard to differentiate between what they're saying and what the community's saying. And they were coming from very different angles for a good amount of the time. And I just want to be sure that I'm not misrepresenting anybody. So. Hello, is anyone there? Did everybody leave with Brad? Or am I just not seeing comments? Will somebody comment something just so I know that folks are there? Blue eyes. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that I could still see stuff because we've never done the like double live thing before. Yeah, Claire. Because yeah, like I said, there's very strong opinions, very different like words and ways of communicating, and I want to like it was probably 2/3 security folk, and there's only 2 people in here. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it was probably like 2/3 security folks and maybe 1/3. Well, fireworks, of course. 1/3 like the garden community members. So it's I think you can kind of hear in the conversations, and kind of figure out who's who. But yeah. Well, if any of you two folks have any questions or anything, I'll stay on until someone tells me to fuck off. I'll just stay on and vape. Everyone's going to have different opinions, so I don't know if people remember that. So I don't know if people remember that you can agree, disagree. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And I think that was the end result of most of the conversations was that, like, they did seem to work out a couple things, but a lot of it was just like, the security guards are saying you got to come at it from this way, you're not doing it right or whatever, and then the community members are saying, well, this is where we're coming from, and back and forth, and the end result was kind of just like agree to disagree, no disrespect to either side, but it is what it is. Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was a really nice, kind of peaceful, really peaceful night. Like nothing really went on, but it was just nice to be in the garden and hang out and see the memorials and stuff. Today's a little more action packed. Nothing too crazy. There's 2 cops there total, not even for the whole time. But yeah, I mean it's interesting to see. There's like 4 hours of streaming, so there's plenty of chances to watch, or plenty of information and stuff. That was my dog Monty earlier, by the way. Well, yeah. Feel free to message. I don't see the watchdog messages yet. I think at some point I will, but you can always message Brad and Watchdog, and he always lets me know if there's anything that I need to know. You can comment on the page, and yeah. Blue eyes. Brad or my dog? Yeah, my dog he's a real pretty boy. He's an old man. But yeah, he's perfect. He's my little angel. He was out there actually when I was out there last night. He was out there with me just hanging out. Getting some love in from the community. So yeah, now that there's no one to talk about ducks and other things with, very. Yeah. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that cleared up some stuff. Once I stopped streaming, I just kind of had this feeling of like, I just want to make sure that this is clear, that it wasn't like this big argument between the community members, the garden. It was like very specific. Blue eyes. It's you and me, blue eyes. Brown eyes and blue eyes. Well, yeah, I don't know. You got anything you're wondering, or anything you want to know about anything? Recap. Oh, hey, Lauren. Recap of the whole day? This morning, you mean? Or recap of what are you looking for? Hey. Oh yeah. Which part did you catch? Just so I don't want to over explain things that you don't need explained. Or I can just start from. I mean, long and short of it is not really as it now. Oh, thank you, Blue Eyes. Yeah, for sure. I think like I would like to go out. I'm gonna ask some neighbors and stuff, see if I can find a battery pack that works. Mine's charging. It takes fucking 24 hours to charge, which is crazy. But so kind of unlikely I'll go out. But if I do, yeah, for sure I'll be safe. In front of the parking garage. Oh yeah, I mean that was the. So oh hey num. So yeah, like I was saying, I would go out tonight, but my battery pack is my battery bank is like fully dead, and so I'd be able to be out there for about half hour before my phone and everything dies. So there's just no real way. What kind of do I have? What kind of battery bank? It is it's an iMuto. 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 I don't know. Something I probably bought off Amazon 2 years ago. It's like it holds a decent charge for a while. It's not great, but it just takes so fucking long to charge. Maybe I'm not using the right charger, but yeah, Lauren. I mean, the long and short of it, and if you want any parts of this more detailed, just let me know, and I can. But the owners of the property that was once Callan Square and now is, again, I keep forgetting, 7 Points, I think, they came to kind of block in the garden because the garden was expanding every day at Lake and Gerard, where Winston Smith and Deanna Marie were killed, where people are holding space and building a garden and having this, making this healing, nice community. The owners decided, you know what, we'll let you have your garden for now, but we're gonna put these giant, like crazy heavy concrete blocks around it, concrete barricades with fencing attached, and they set kind of like a curfew, which they also eventually ended up saying they weren't really going to enforce it. Like they made it very nebulous and weird. Like, yeah, it's on there, but it's up for interpretation, which is just goofy. Walmart has one that charges 7 times. Oh, yeah, we'll have to look into that if we. Its brand is called On. Okay, yeah, maybe Brad can put it on the wish list or something. I'm broke as shit. I just lost my job like 2 weeks ago, so I am hopefully paying rent tomorrow, but I'm not going to be able to buy any new equipment anytime soon. But thank you. I will definitely put that. I'll let Brad know to throw that on the list. Thank you. So yeah, and then they came out to put these barricades up. There was about 10, like between 10 and 20 folks in the garden, like community members in the garden there off and on. It was very like quiet and chill. There wasn't a lot of confrontation, but there were some conversations because what they were told was going to happen ended up not happening, and so people were not pleased with it. But it just came down to a lot of conversations trying to come to common ground, which was, I don't think it was, people weren't satisfied on both. Oh, thanks, Blue Eyes. You're a peach. Definitely, I know the garden was not satisfied with the conversation, and you can see the conversations at the end of the first stream, and then there's a little bit more. My phone overheated and died, so there's a little bit more. Donate. Oh, awesome! Thanks. Drew says D. Was that, is there more? Or just, well, I'll keep talking until I know what that means. But hi, Drew. So where was I? Yeah, and there was very little. There was one person protesting, climbed on top of one of the trucks and just sat and chanted. And they're kind of wavering whether or not to call the police because it's taking up time. And at some point they said, we gotta get in there and do it. So they ended up some police came, but they were just chilling there, sitting. They didn't come out of their car or anything. And then eventually, once the community talked to the security guards enough, the owners or the property managers wouldn't talk to any of us at all, pressed or otherwise. But they talked to the security guards and came to enough of a compromise. Okay, sure. I was like, is there like a, I don't know. Sorry, I'm a little today. Most days, really. I'll use that excuse a lot going forward, and it's because it's true. My brain is constantly short-circuiting, but it's from lack of sleep specifically lately. So let's see. Protester on the machine. Then they put out the barricades. It's not fully closed in. There's actually they moved the opening to. Hey Roy. So they moved the opening from where it was on Girard, and when people would hang out there, they would block sort of block the entrance. Like they would let cars through, but most people were using the other entrance for the parking lot. So obviously the building was losing money, and they weren't happy with that. So they kind of gave a very attempting to placate everyone, sort of gave them the space on a temporary basis, but it was very, yeah, just very generic kind of PR language. Like we're saying this so that we can kind of look good, but it wasn't really that good of a look. They were yelling at us not to record, saying that we're trying to push a certain narrative, which, nope, just here to, record what's happening and let folks know if they want to know. So, yeah, it all kind of culminated, and I was about to leave. I was about to take the stream down, and then, as always, when you're about to take the stream down, stuff starts happening. So I went over and just kind of listened to some of the conversation, and it's a good conversation. There's definitely some good points made on both sides. Again, I will reiterate for the 14th time because I want to make sure it's really clear. Because you can't see faces, and because you don't know, it's hard to see who's who. Just know that about 2/3 of the people in that kind of heated, passionate discussion were security guards. There's one of the security guards actually told me, he's like, yeah, record this. And so I think he was he's wearing a white shirt. So he was a security guy, and yeah, if just there's some particular language, I would say, that is not language that would be used within the garden, I guess would be the best way to say it. So I just want to make clear that it was not this argument within the community. It's from the building and the garden people, so you can listen to it and make your own decisions about, or assumptions, figure out who's who. But it should be pretty clear if you listen to it. I hope. I just wanted to really drive that point home as much as possible, that wasn't within the garden, people talking within the garden. So yeah, other than that, I mean, a couple little things happened, but pretty much barricades went up. I'm not sure what's gonna happen tonight. It might get nutty. I would go out if I could, but there will be streamers for sure. I'm guessing Mercado Media. I think Rob Visual Tub Media is, I guess someone said he's downtown or at the Capitol, but I don't know. Maybe he'll go to uptown after. I'm trying to think of what other streamers I know. I'm still learning the names of all the streamers. I don't think Unicorn Riot will be out because I haven't seen them out on this too much. I think they've been covering Line 3 a lot up north. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Blue Eyes. That would be great. Because, yeah, mine is, it's old. It's getting on in years. So, yeah, I don't know if that was I wanted to do sort of a truncated update since I'm not quite sure, Lauren, what you do and don't know or what you saw. And so did that help at all, Lauren, as far as recaps go, or do you have any specific questions? Hey, Maud. I'm Mara. I don't know if we've virtually met or not, because I don't know which Maud you are, but hi. Thanks for chatting. Monty. Go for it. So, yeah, it's just me and my dog here. Brad was here. We were doing like a split screen share live thing, but he had to take off, so I'm just kind of here hanging out until people say they have enough information and I should leave them alone. There's also on Instagram a really good account to follow is MN Teen Activists, because they've got like a lot. They're doing a lot. They do a lot of work. Chad, do you think ACAB? I think I would say it's more nuanced than that, and I try to keep my I have very strong political views, but I try to with Watchdog, I try to kind of remain, as neutral as possible. I'm sure within my streams, like some of my beliefs will a little bit come through because it's hard not to, but I try to stay as neutral as possible. That's like Brad says, we're all about holding the police accountable. Like that's the biggest thing, just holding people accountable, especially police who are prone to brutality and they have a lack of accountability on their part. So it's just 3 mods. So that's my politician answer of roundabout not answering that question directly. What about you, Chad? We got a mod party. Did Lauren leave, or is Lauren a mod? I was giving a recap for Lauren. Oh, so y'all are mods. Okay, I'm still learning who's who. I know WD mod is a mod because it makes sense. So Blue Eyes and Drew, you're both mods? I think there are bad people in every field. Yeah, Chad. Okay, so Blue Eyes, Drew, and Chad are the 3 people in here, and everyone's mods. Oh, I'm starting to get some messages from maybe people that are out there right now. Nothing. Okay, cool. Hello. Yeah, I feel you, Chad. I think that's a pretty prevailing idea or belief that a lot of people in the city, or I guess probably country, have for sure. Trying to figure out things. I'm perpetually trying to figure out things just in life and in this, so. Oh, cool, Claire. Do you know, so is Rob down at the Capitol still, or did he go to Uptown, or where is he right now? I can't, because I'm on my phone, I can't see anything else. Oh, he isn't live yet, okay. Rob is Visual 12 Media. Visual 12. Is visual spelled with a Z or an S? I mean, in his channel. With a Z. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, so there are more people in here. Yeah, so apparently Rob was live, maybe going live again. Yeah, Mercado Media is, I think, off and out. It's a good source. There's more. We're lucky. We have some a good handful of independent journalists in town. Okay. Well, does anyone have any last words or questions or funny jokes or anything? And if I do end up somehow being able to go out, you'll get a notification, I assume, if it's on. Last few weeks I've seen a lot. Claire says. You mean like you haven't seen the police in the streams, or you haven't seen? I've seen. You mean? I'm trying to decipher what that means. You've only seen police side of things. So you mean you've only seen the police's perspective, or you've only seen cameras on the police being streamed? Like you've, I guess I'm still not fully understanding it. Yeah, I was thrown by that phrasing as well, Jonathan. I was thinking like as in biased is what my guess or hope was. That meant police perspective. Oh, Bob Fletcher, is that is he one of the like Minnesota Crime Watch people? Or who is Bob Fletcher? That name is familiar, but I'm not sure. Oh. No shit. So, okay. So Bob Fletcher is the Ramsey County Sheriff, and he was live on patrol? Is that even legal? And he is, because I've seen that like live on patrol title. I don't know if I've never watched it, but he is one of the, I don't know which, if he's like Minnesota Crime Watch or whatever, but he's part of that conglomeration of folks. Goes live on Facebook. He's a sheriff. Wow, so the sheriff goes live while he's actively working on patrol? That seems bananas to me, but it's interesting. I didn't even think that would be legal, but I'll definitely have to watch one of those. What is it? Is it just under the name Bob Fletcher, or spends half the time in holiday parking lots? Yeah, sounds about right. I would too, I guess, if I had the luxury. But yeah, so is it the? Oh, Chad, you're saying yep to the he's Minnesota Crime Watch. I'm just trying to figure out how to find that because I'd definitely be interested in watching that whole situation. Okay, cool. Thank you, Maud. Oh, okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch that because that sounds bizarre to me and I want to experience it. I will. I think we covered pretty much everything. I think I made clear about 100 times that what I wanted to make clear about the whole conversation at the end being two separate groups of folks with different perspectives and different goals. Or maybe the same overall goal, but very, very, very different ideas of how to get there. Yeah. Papa's Great has it. Okay, I would definitely, I might just watch one tonight, like an older one tonight, if I'm not watching the whatever streaming in Uptown. Oh shit, and there goes my battery telling me to fuck off because it's about to die. And I don't have a battery bank to plug it into. So, yeah, thanks for hanging out, y'all. And like I said, if I do end up somehow being able to go live, you'll get a notification. If not, sorry, but there's other lives there, and I'll be around the next week covering stuff. Yeah. Thanks. And yeah, just message Watchdog if you have any questions. And we appreciate you. And thanks for hanging out and tuning in and always being such a nice group of folks. I appreciate it. With different opinions, but yet all so respectful and nice. We have a nice little Watchdog community. So, and thank you, mods, who also I'm sure make sure that is facilitated. Okay. Dog is sleeping. I am also going to be sleeping in a moment. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Yeah, thanks, Chad. You too. And we'll see you soon.